What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Tonight we are talking about Mob Wives, the final standoff. It is the 6th season. It is the first episode, okay? I know they showed 2 episodes, but I'm going to do one at a time because I actually haven't finished watching the second one. So I'm going to do the first one, and then I'll do the second one either later on tonight or probably maybe tomorrow night. I'm not sure. But anyways, you guys, can you believe that Mob Wives is coming to an end? I cannot believe it. I thought that it was going to go on forever. I thought that they were going to get Mob Wives in other cities, but I guess, you know, they just can't find, they can't find the quality of, you know, performers that they have on Staten Island. You know, they tried that shit here in Chicago. It was like, go on somewhere with that bullshit. No. Anyways, so the first episode of the season starts off in the future. So you see Drita, the chick Brittany, you see Karen, and then the new girl, which I cannot think of her name right now because she doesn't get introduced into the second episode. And like I said, I haven't finished watching it, but the dark hair girl. Anyways, so Drita and Karen are arguing, Brittany and the other chick are arguing, and then it's the, you know, they like looking like they getting into a fight and all this and all about to fight. So then it stops and it rewinds to 3 months earlier, you guys. So 3 months earlier, everything is peaceful. You know, it starts off, it shows Karen, she's at her house. She's having a barbecue. She says that she, you know, when she was growing up, they always had barbecues and, you know, the women were cooking in the house, the kids were playing in the pool, the men were handling their business off in the corner, I guess, and those were her, you know, special childhood memories. And so she's like, you know, she wants to bring that back. And, you know, she's been living in New York for a year. Her daughter, Karina, is with her because, you know, they were in Arizona. And Karina, I don't think she really wanted to move to New York. And I'm pretty sure it's a big ass difference. No, I'm not pretty sure. I am 100% sure that it's a big difference from Arizona and New York City. And, well, she lives on Staten Island, so they're not like right in Manhattan. You know, so she can still get that neighborhood feel or whatever, but, you know, it's New York. It's huge. So she wants Karina to feel comfortable, you know, and so she wants to start doing these types of things. Karina looks like a grown-ass woman. She's 16 years old. She is strutting, girl. She got that strut going, okay? She done worked it out. That's around the age that you get your little strut. You just perfect it as you get older. You know how that goes, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, she is looking grown as hell, and I'm looking at her like, oh my God. You know, because I have an 8-year-old girl, and I'm already looking at her. She getting a little booty, getting little hips, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm looking at Karina, and I'm like, I don't, you know, and Karen is just like having a teenage daughter. Is just like karma coming to bite you in the ass. And I'm just thinking of myself 8 years from now, you know, and I'm just like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But anyway, so yeah, she's a very pretty little girl. And so yeah, so definitely Karen has her hands full with that one, okay? You can tell. Anyways, Renee shows up. Renee comes in. She's all smiles and sunshine and says she is living her life, baby, like it's golden, okay? She is happy. There is no more drama. The Natalie bitches are gone. Natalie Garciano, Natalie DiDizano, whatever the hell their names were. They are gone, booted back to Philly, okay? They got booted off the island, literally. Anyway, so, you know, they're all happy. Renee smiling, like I said. Renee invites Karen to come to her, to be a part of the her float because Karen's business, Mob Candy Jewelry, is going to have a float in the Coney Island Mermaid Parade, which I think sounds like so much fun, and it looked like a lot of fun later on in the episode when we saw it. And so yeah, so you know, Karen's excited about that. Renee's excited. They're both excited. Everybody's excited. Everybody's excited for now. Okay, just for now. Anyways, let's go on. In the next scene, we see Big Ange. Now, Big Ange, I guess was diagnosed with throat cancer a few months before they started filming this. Now, I don't remember that being any part of their storyline, hers and Neil's, on Couples Boot Camp or Couples Therapy. And so I guess it happened sometime after that. I'm like, wow. So she had to have surgery on her throat. She said she woke up and felt like her head had been cut off, you know. She's going through recovery, which I guess is going to take a very long time, like 6 months to a year. She said, but she's cancer free right now. You see her talking with her doctor, and her doctor is basically telling her, like, look, now we got to get this lifestyle in order. We got to get, you know, saying the healthy foods. You can't smoke now, okay? No smoking. And she's like, this doctor is cramping her style. And she's like, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know, I don't want to do all this stuff. I want to keep smoking. I want to do this. But she was like, one thing at a time, and she's going to do her best to keep herself healthy. So hopefully all is good with that. In the previews, it looks like she has another cancer scare. I haven't read anything about it in the blogs, but I haven't been reading the blogs lately, which is part of the reason why you guys haven't received the Housewives Roundup lately, but I will get back on it, I promise. Anyways, so yeah, so best wishes to Ange and all of that. That is definitely has to be scary. Anyways, let's move on. Drita is at her house. She's getting her girls together. They are about to take a road trip somewhere. The girls don't know where they're going. Drita says everything is good in their house. Her and Lee have worked it out. They got a routine down. Everything is normal and they are functioning just fine, okay? So Drita ends up taking her girls to her old neighborhood, which is the projects. And so she's like, you know what? I hate when I see these reality shows and they taking their kids back to the projects. First of all, I understand that you want your kids to kind of know where you come from and just kind of not feel so privileged. Well, then quit letting them feel so damn privileged. Stop buying them stuff all the time. I mean, you don't have to take them back to the hood, to the projects, to give them an idea of what it means to not be a spoiled ass brat. You know what I mean? Make them volunteer, you know, things like that. And just not give them everything that they want. I'd have been like, Mama, you ain't got to bring me to the damn projects. I see the projects on TV all the damn time. You could have shown me a picture of you playing outside when you was a teenager, and I would have got the picture, okay? Yeah, you don't be taking me back to the damn projects. Shit, I grew up in the damn projects. It was not the projects of Chicago. I'm not from Chicago originally, so it was a little different, you know, than probably New York or, you know, here in Chicago. But still, I don't plan on taking my daughter back unless I go to visit somebody. I mean, it's like kind of silly, you know. I don't know, but people have their own reasons. And then what we find out, I feel, is Drita's real reason is that she is writing a book. Okay, she's writing a book about her life. So I think this is the real reason why we are over here in these projects, because she wants to get us interested from the beginning so that when her book comes out, we'll be like, oh yeah, you know, we saw the projects that she grew up in and this, and that. Okay, so that's to pique our interest right now. All right, peep game. Anyway, so in the next scene, I guess it's the next day or later that day, I don't know, but Renee, Karen, Drita, and Big Ange all meet in the park to catch up on, see what's going on. I guess they haven't seen each other. They're all excited that the old gang is back together. Everybody's happy. Big Ange and Renee made up. They're not fighting anymore, and you know, things are good in their hood. Okay, so they're talking. And, you know, Big Ange gives them an update on her health. And, you know, she says she's feeling better day by day. And then Renee invites everyone to come and be a part of her mob candy float in the parade, right? So Karen is like, and then Drita also tells everybody about her book and that she's nervous to tell Lee about it because, you know, of all the, you know, it's bringing up the past, and she's a little nervous about the book as well because it's bringing up the past, you know, so I don't know what that's going to be. Then Renee invites everyone to be a part of the float. And everyone's like, oh, that's so cute. It's so fun. Big Ange is like, she's not sure if she's going to be able to make it, but she's going to try. And so Karen is like, well, can I invite my friend Brittany? And first Renee is like, yeah, bring her on. And so she asks, I don't know, I think it was Big Ange or someone asked, like, who is Brittany? First she tells them Brittany's name, and her last name is Fogarty. And then Big Ange is like, I know that name, or some, you know. And so then Renee goes into the whole story about, you know, her father, John, I think Fogarty is his name, was in prison with, you know, Karen's father, and they, you know, they were cool in prison. He also cooperated. Now, with her saying this, starts to just rub Renee the wrong way. So now Renee is like, look, I need to meet her first, like, you know, and Karen is like, you know, what's going on? What's the change? Renee is just like, look, I don't want to be around anybody else whose father is a rat. Basically, she just comes right out. Now, Karen is standing there like, what the fuck just happened? You know, like, seriously? She's like, you got a problem with her dad being a rat? You know, she's like going on and on. But she doesn't take it, you know, she doesn't escalate it. She doesn't take it there. She holds it in until later, which is good, okay? That is how you handle grown women things. You wait and pull the person to the side, or wait until you can be alone with that person so that you can, you know, work it out. That's how you work it out. And that's how you can tell, too, when there's a genuine friendship and when there isn't one, in my opinion. Anyway, so they go round and round and round about the girl and her dad being a rat, and Drita is looking crazy, Big Ange is looking crazy, because they know that Karen is offended, you know, but at the same time, they probably feel some of the way that Renee feels. Anyways, you know, I don't know. Renee, you know, Renee's real sensitive about it because of her husband and what he did and to her father. And then, you know, with everything that her son probably has to go through, because of his dad. And I mean, he looks exactly like his dad, you know, so, and they have the same name, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's move on. So, in the next scene, we finally meet the infamous Brittany Fogarty, okay? She is this blind bombshell. She is moving back to the East Coast from the West Coast. I guess she had been out that way doing some modeling or whatever. So, she's now back. She missed her family. She missed her man. She wanted to come back. Her mother's happy to have her back, but they're in Pennsylvania. She says there's nothing going on in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is not where it's at, okay? She wants to go back to Staten Island. Now, her mother, you know, is, you know, she's like the, what's her name? Carmela from Carmela Soprano, from The Sopranos, you know. She's sitting there like, no, you're not going back. You know, she got her hair all poofed up or whatever. No, you can't go back there. You know, your last name is Fogarty, and it is not a good idea for you to take your ass to Staten Island. And then Brittany is just like, look, I am not going to let you and my criminal ass dad ruin, you know what I'm saying, run my life. I was 8 months. She was like, you know, she was 8 months old when her dad went away to prison. So she really don't even know anything about that life. You know, all she knows probably are stories that she's been told. And so, you know, Brittany's like, it's not my fault that he's a criminal. I'm not going to live my life. And she's like, her mom is just like, you know, people are going to try to push your buttons and, all of that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she is just like straight cursing. I mean, she's not like cursing her mom out, but she's like cursing at her mom, you know, just cursing around her mom in general. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's how they roll. Okay, all right, go on. But you know, she's just basically like, she's not going to let that stop her from living her life. She wants to be in Staten Island. She wants to be closer to Manhattan because then she can get to auditions and things like that easier. And you know, and that's just it. And she's like, you know, I love you, Mom, but I'm gonna make my own decisions. So it is what it is. So that is Brittany. We meet her for the first time. Next scene is Big Ange. She is her and Neil, her husband, are at the Drunken Monkey. They are packing everything up because Big Ange has to close down the Drunken Monkey. Now, she has to close down the Drunken Monkey because somebody done went and told the po-pos that she is a felon and she is running and operating a bar, okay? Now, when you are a convicted felon, you cannot work in a bar and you cannot own a bar because you can't have a liquor license in your name. So, yeah. So that's basically it for the Drunken Monkey. And, you know, Big Ange is really sad. Drita comes over to help out a little bit and reminisce a little bit because, you know, Drita's store is right across the street from, you know, the bar. Ange is sad, but Neil is like, look, we're going to move on to bigger and better things. You know, we'll just start another business somewhere else. So that's kind of messed up that, you know, but I mean, how did she get the damn liquor license to begin with? If she's a convicted felon, I mean, don't they have some kind of database when you go to apply for these damn liquor license? I mean, what's up with that? You know? Anyways, I'd be like, well, why the hell you give me one? Okay? So anyways, that's that. Anyway, so like, what's going on? What's going on? Renee goes over to Karen's house. She goes to Karen's house to visit with Karen, just to chit chat. I don't know. When she walks through the door, Karen, they have a little small talk for a couple minutes, and Karen's like, look, I got to get this off of my chest. I was so offended by what you said the other day, because by you saying that, that brings back memories for me because of how people treated me when my father cooperated, and, people were talking about me behind my back and gossiping and all this and all that. And I was Brittany, so I just didn't appreciate that. And Renee's all like, well, I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't referring to you. I just don't want people to think that we welcome rat daughters into our circle and all this and all that. Really the bottom line is Renee is just thinking about her husband, the fact that she married someone, she is so strong in that life, and she deep into that life. And she married someone that snitched and, sent her father to prison, and, she's got so much guilt towards that. She's got so much anger. She was brought up to just not like those types of people, but she loves Renee. She loves Karen. She cares for Karen. And in her mind, she's kind of put Karen in a different box or something like that. I don't know. But, and then, her son is the product of all of that too. So I think that that's what more so Renee is feeling more, it's not really against, Karen, but at the same time, you can't say things like that around your friend, because of course your friend is going to feel some kind of way, because you're basically talking about her life, not her life and her life, but you are talking about her life, so... basically they agree to disagree. Karen is just like, I'm sorry, bring her on, and, it is what it is. But she says in her interview that she's going to be watching the girl, okay? So you see in the next scene, I guess it's the next day or something, Renee and AJ's girlfriend, I cannot think of what her name is right now, they're getting their makeup done for the mermaid parade, and Karen and Karina come in, and Brittany is in tow. Renee already giving the girl the side eye, as soon as she walked through the door, not even giving the girl a chance. And so then Carla comes in. Carla's back, y'all. Carla's back. She made a little appearance last season, but she is back. Okay, and Drita didn't come. So Carla feels like Drita didn't come because she's there. And Carla's like, she still doesn't understand why Drita won't talk to her, and what really the deal is with them, because she really doesn't know. I don't know. Do you guys know what the deal is? I haven't really researched it or anything, but I haven't seen it on the show. I was surprised, that Drita got up and walked out of the party on the last season when Carla came in. It was like, what's going on with that? They were like ace boom coons, so I don't know what happened with that, but hopefully we're gonna find out this season, since it's the last standoff, y'all. I want to find out the tea. I'm gonna have to get online and do some more research, y'all, and get back up into these blogs. Anyway, so, that's that. They're all getting ready. They show up at the parade, and they're walking, I guess, over to where the float is. And who starts screaming Karen's name? Motherfucking Love. Now, y'all remember Love. Love came on with a vengeance a few seasons ago. She just came on. They all come out with, come in like some motherfucking wrecking balls, don't they? They just so hard all the time. I'm like, damn, show the softer side, girl, okay? They just always so hard all the time. Is that how it is on Staten Island? Damn. And then they just have the makeup, the heels and stuff, and then be ready to throw some balls in a minute. Calm down. So anyway, y'all remember Love. Her and Carla had got into it. So Love runs over to Karen. She's like, oh my God, I can't wait to see you guys. Motherfucker, you knew to be on the damn sidelines, that they was coming down your way. So Renee comes over acting all surprised to see her. Then she calls Carla over. Carla is like, I don't want to see this bitch. The last time I saw this bitch, she was dragging me, trying to pull me across the damn table. Okay. Anyways, so they're talking or whatever, and Love goes over to Carla, and she wanted to apologize. She owed Carla a big apology. Do you remember what they were fighting about? Wasn't it something Love said that Carla was messing with her friend's husband or something like that? I don't even think it was something between them two. I think it was a third party issue or something. Anyway, so Love's like, I owe you an apology, you know, that was not me, you know, Drita put me up to it. Drita was at my house the night before that party and told me that she was going to walk out when I confronted you so that it wouldn't look shady, that she's not jumping in and all of this and all of that. And she said all of this, and Carla's like, what? Why? Drita told you that about me? You know, Carla's always just like, she's so loud, but I am too. So anyways, I've always liked Carla though. And so, you know, so they, you know, Love just spilled all those beans. So now we know they're setting it up for this season to be I Hate Drita season, okay? Like, everybody is now getting ready to start turning against Drita. So they can't believe that this happened. But they go on and walk on their little happy asses onto the floor. Now, in the meantime, Drita's at home chilling in her backyard by the pool, and she calls Lee on the phone, tells Lee she wants to write this book. He's like, motherfucker, you ain't writing no book. Leave the past in the past. Don't bring all that mess up, and I don't want to hear about a book ever again. And Drita's like, look, I'm writing the book. I don't give a damn what you say. Did you think I wanted to be up there supporting your ass, driving to the damn prison and all this and all that? No. And you gonna support me in this, okay? So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I guess we will see. Anyway, so then the last scene basically of the episode was they're on the float. All the other ladies are on the float. The parade looks like so much fun, and everybody looks nice in their costumes or whatever. It just looks like a lot of fun. And for some reason, Brittany just decides to spill all of her family secrets to the women, and she just goes in and says, you know, my father cooperated because my mom told him to, because they were about to give her some time, and then they were going to put us in foster care, and and now Renee's head is about to fucking explode, okay, because Renee is like, oh my God, not only did her father cooperate, but her mother is the one that told him, that put him up to it or whatever, and she just cannot contain her anger, and just, you know, she lets it out. And she is just like, I can't believe your mother would do that or whatever. If that was my family, my father would have been like, no, you got to go to jail. You got to do this time. We don't snitch. And then Brittany's like, well, would you put your kids in foster care? And Renee's like, yeah. I'm like, Renee, no, you wouldn't. Well, you know what? She probably would. She probably would, because she's so screwed up in the mind, you know, with that lifestyle. She probably would. But anyway, so they're just going back and forth, and Brittany can't believe that Renee is, you know, attacking her like that, because she's like, you know, Renee's son, AJ, is me, you know, so like, you know, why is she attacking me? But like I said before, Renee is just so angry about what her husband did that she just can't see anything, any kind of reason in anything, you know, but you know, let this be her son that everybody's talking this mess about. Renee will be ready to choke the shit out of him, you know, so come on, Renee, we're going to have to, you know, we're going to have to let go of some of the things that you feel towards your ex-husband, and, you know, start to have a little bit of compassion for people, because the same way you're acting is the way that people are, you know, could possibly act towards your son. Do you want that? No, I'm sure you don't. So don't put it out there. Don't put it into the universe, okay? Anyway, so that's basically it. And then Brittany is like, look, I don't give a damn who you are, but you talk about my mama and I'm gonna fucking charge your ass, okay? Because I don't play that mess. And then Renee like, how's she gonna be all disrespectful to me? Well, motherfucker, you being disrespectful to her. What the hell, Renee? Come on now. Who are you? You are not the boss, okay? Anyway, so that's that first episode, y'all. Like I said, I gotta go upstairs and watch the second episode. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today because I got some things to do. I got some volunteer things at the school to do, and work and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so I might get to it tomorrow, but I will get to it. So that's it. Tell me what you think. Are you all excited about the Mob Wives being back? I am. I love me some Mob Wives. And it looks like this season, Drita gonna go back to her old ways of cracking heads, and the group is just gonna be fighting again. Okay? They're taking it back to the old school. Anyway, that's it, you guys. So until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.